I'm gonna get you guys with that. Mikaela Shiffrin's got a 170th World Cup win and 70th milestone slalom win in Flachau, by the way. That's her sixth victory there, by the way, in Flachau. So get you guys that for sure. Also, guys, I'll get you guys into the fact that more on Taylor Swift because you guys they were in Beverly Hills this past week. I'll get you guys that for sure as well, by the way, guys. Also, and I knew, and I already told you guys this is gonna do what you did, and I did a funeral for Mike Tomlin's coach career and Aaron Rodgers' his career. I'll say about that, and I mentioned this just yesterday, which I did, by the way. You can check that out, and I'll get you guys that for sure, buddy. And much more. And Chloe Kim, she's good for the Winter Games. Started dealing with the torn labrum injury on her shoulder, and I'll get you guys that for sure, buddy. That's all I gotta say on that, guys. All right, first things first, guys. I want to say congrats to Mikaela Shiffrin. She does it yet again. She's got 107th World Cup win, 70th milestone slalom win in Flachau, by the way. The Queen of Flachau now, and that's her sixth win there. So big congrats to Mikaela Shiffrin doing it yet again, and she's definitely gonna be ready for Winter Games next month, guys. So that's all, guys. So Mikaela Shiffrin, you got it. You can do it. Lindsey Vonn, you can do it. I know you will. Team USA is going to go all the way. I know that for a fact. That's all I got to say that, guys. So, guys, thoughts, guys, let me know about that. Everybody, I'll just respond to everybody. Also, more on Taylor Travis Kelce, guys. So T Swift and TK, they had a dinner date night yet again in Beverly Hills at the Funke Italian restaurant, by the way. T Swift, she wore a gray blazer. TK wore a green, brown, and tan bowling shirt and trousers. T Swift, she wore a white bridal-coded mini dress, and TK had khaki pants. Let me tell you this: even though Taylor Swift skills, they were not at the Golden Globes this past Sunday, which they were not. They probably may not be at the Grammys either. So, but I'll tell you where they're going to be at. They're going to be at the wedding. They're going to be entering the wedding planning era. And also, I was in the nuptials era. They're also going to be entering, and on top of all that, they're going to enter the bachelorette eras. On top of all that, they're going to enter the wedding era this year, guys. The marriage era this year, guys. Yes, everybody. Plenty of time now. So whenever they announce the wedding era date, Swifties will be watching worldwide. That's all I got to say to that, guys. So yes, guys. I mean, Chiefs may have been out of the playoffs for the first time since 2014. This gives Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift enough time to enter the wedding planning era, by the way. And also, after all that, the wedding era. It's going to happen, guys. Just wait and see, guys. Swifties alike, you'll be so excited. I know you will, by the way. That's all I got to say, guys. So, guys, just wait and see, guys. Wait so for a wedding era that's not been announced yet. That's all I got to say. It's going to be but it will be this year, guys. That's all I got to say to that, guys. And it could be summertime, too, which it could be. So, guys, off season, so summertime. Thoughts on that, let me know, buddy. I'll just respond as well, buddy. Also, no news elsewhere, by the way, guys. Let's see here. And I knew some of this was going to sue, and it so did. You know, I did yesterday. I was doing a funeral for Aaron Rodgers' career, and also Mike Tomlin's coach's career after 19 years. Well, the biggest numbers are falling out, and I mentioned this as of yesterday. Mike Tomlin Dunzo, after 19 years as Steelers coach. Look, I knew this was gonna ensue, and it just so did. Mike Tomlin's a brilliant mind. I mean, sure, remember going 8-12 in the playoffs, and sure, Steelers, they had won a playoff game since 2016, and sure, Aaron Rodgers has been a title town since 2010. All right, Aaron Rodgers thought he was going to title town with the Steelers. You can't. Look what happened. I mean, look, Aaron Rodgers goes from a Green Bay choke job to a Big Apple choke job with the Jets, and then this past Monday, Steel City choke job. That's all he is. That's all it's going to be. Aaron Rodgers, retire. You're not coming back by next season. You're not. All right? You're not going to teams that had done everything. You won't. All right? You're not coming to Steelers ever again. Rodgers, you may have had pivotal success with the Steelers, which you did, by the way. You aren't worth it no more. All right? You sucked eggs on Monday night, which clearly you did. Rodgers, This is not a place for you to hang it up. Finally got to hang it up, Rodgers. You got to hang it up. And Rodgers, you're next. Now, Mike Tomlin, he's done so, and I did a eulogy and a funeral for Mike Tomlin and Aaron Rodgers' careers, which I did, by the way. But Steelers right now, they're not worth it. They're not worth it at all. Rodgers, you son is death what you did, by the way, but you're not coming back to Steelers ever again. I can tell you that right now. Rodgers, you're not worth it no more. You sucked eggs on Monday night, and you really thought you're gonna go to Title Town? I don't think so. Mike Tomlin, as far as you go, your tenure's over. You've been Steelers coach for 19 years now, all right? And it's time for you to retire. This time, and I don't see, I Mike Tomlin come back to coaching ever again. I really don't. I mean, who's even gonna pursue him anyway? I'm pretty sure nobody is. I would say G-Man. I could say Raiders. I could say Browns. I could say well, who knows, guys? But I won't go. But I'm not gonna go that route. I won't go that route. Mike Tomlin is arguably gonna be heading to the Hall of Fame. By the way, when he retires, by the way, that's the next thing he's gonna do. Aaron Rodgers is gonna be next. Rodgers, you're gonna salute you your whole life. And you said yourself that you'll see Mike Tomlin. Well, guess what, Rodgers? He was. And so will you. You are Dunzo, all right? You're Dunzo. You're not worth it. You're a train, you were trash your whole life. You can't go to town, dude. You haven't been since 2010. And you thought the whole Aaron Rodgers and Mike Tomlin thing was gonna be something? Please. I mean, it was something else. Didn't last long. All right? So, Rodgers, this is the perfect time for you to retire. All right? You got to retire. And you're not coming back to the Packers. You're not coming back to Steelers ever again. I don't see that at all. I really don't. So, Rodgers, pack up your bags and retire. And go to the Hall of Fame, too. Rodgers, you're not worth it no more. You're not worth it down just to anybody. Not Steelers fans, nobody. Not yourself either. All right? And you really thought you were going to get to Town, please. You're going to get back to 2010, please. You're not going back ever again. Rodgers, you got to hang it up. This is it for him. This is the end of the road for you. It may be the end of the road for Mike Tomlin, by the way, but it's going to be it for you, Aaron Rodgers. So you better remember firsthand that Rodgers, you did this to yourself. And I know that you did. So, Rodgers, your season is over for you. That's all I got to say on that. Rodgers, sayonara, Aaron Rodgers, sayonara. Rest in peace, Aaron Rodgers' career. Rest in peace, Mike Tomlin's coach's career after 19 years. That's all I got to say, guys, on that note. All I got to say. All right, nothing else, by the way, relations, and, let's see here. All right, so, tomorrow night, guys, TNA's going to move to AMC, by the way, guys, which it is, by the way. So, yeah, tune in on that, by the way, guys. That's all there's you got to do. So, check it out, guys, as well, buddy. But the Rascals, they're no longer in TNA, which they're not. Who knows what's going to go next? So, that's all I got to say to that, guys. Also, the other news also, by the way, guys, Keanu, Carver, and the Vanity Project, and also Eli Knight, they're now NXT, which they are. But also this news, I want to get you guys into this. So NXT title is going to be decided in a 6-man ladder match, by the way. This is going to be on February 3rd, by the way. So there's going to be some qualifying matches next week. 2 of those is going to be Josh Briggs against Shiloh Hill, and the other one's going to be, let's see here. Oh, yeah, Super Sean Legacy against Eli Knight. That's going to be a good one, guys. So more qualifying matches going to be announced, by the way. So it could be Jackson Drake, the Evolved champion. You could see people like, I know Ricky Saints going to be in the 6-man ladder match for the next title, by the way, guys. So I thought it was going to be a battle royal, by the way, for the next title. I thought it was going to be gauntlet match. No, it's not. But the roster's fully loaded, which is, by the way. So, yeah, guys, 6-man ladder match next month, February 3rd, to crown a new NXT champ. And that's all I got to say to that, guys. Whoever's in there, you may see Tony D, who, by the way, attacked Joe Henry last night during that no DQ match, and Joe Henry won that match, which he did, by the way. But then, Tony D took out both Deon Lennox and Dark State, and then Joe Henry drags his carcass for the pin, pinning Deon Lennox. And I mean, wow. So honestly, that's all I can say of that. So I can tell you, Tony D, and Tony D, he took a security, by the way. But I can tell you that the mob ball, this new demeanor, Tony D, wow, it's something else. But Tony D, he's pretty much dying to become the new NXT champ, by the way. That's something that's looting himself. He may be former NXT, the Mega champ, and former NXT tag team champ, by the way. But he has not been an NXT champ at all. He may have faced open fame for that. Who's going to Raw SmackDown, by the way. But Tony D, and he could, in fact, it's possible he could be going either he gets the NXT title, by the way, or has to be roster. So that'll come into play, guys. What's Tony D gonna do next? Wait and find out, guys. That's all I gotta say to that, guys. So wait and find out, everybody, on that note. So that's all I gotta say to that, guys, as well, buddy. And yeah, I mean, you saw him attack, both Deon Lennox, Tony, and Jack, and Joe Henry, by the way. So that's all I gotta say on that, guys, as well. But yeah, that's all you need to know about it. Also, Jada Park, she came back, by the way, after a hiatus, taking down Blake Monroe. All I gotta say there is Miss Parker, Jada Parker is back where she is, by the way. And also this, guys, there's going to be a triple threat women's tag match to crown number one contenders to the Knockouts tag titles, by the way. Ren QCC, Zaruka, who should be on the main roster, by the way, and against Fatal Influence. Next week, guys. That's all I got to say about that, guys. So check that out, guys, as well, buddy. But you'll see, I mean, TNA's going to be heading to AMC tomorrow night. I'll let you guys know about that. How come Leon Slater isn't on the... I mean, Leon Slater would have been in a ladder match, by the way. Six-man ladder match, but he could have had a qualified match for the six-man ladder match. But where's Leon Slater and all that? I know his offer with TNA runs out by the end of the year, which it is, by the way. But I let Leon Slater head to NXT. I mean, he did appear last week, by the way, in that NXT title match, which he did, by the way. I would love to see, Leon Slater be on the NXT, get signed to WWE, let alone be on NXT, or perhaps be on the main roster. He could do it early, guys. You never know, guys. Still plays out, guys. That's all you got to know for that. Now, Genesis is going to be this week, guys. Check that out, guys, as well. That's all there is I got to say on that. So be sure to stay tuned for that, everybody. That's all the news you got to know. So Keanu, Carver's been signed there. Vanity Project, Eli Knight, they've been signed to NXT. That's all you got to know for that, guys. Also, nothing else, by the way, guys. By the way, experience they made. Also, nothing else, by the way, guys. DJ Dustin Johnson just signed a multi-year offer with LIV Golf. Thoughts about that, guys? Let me know about that. I'll just respond as well, buddy. Also, guys, know this, by the way, that Chloe Kim, she's good to go as she is out. She has dealt with a torn labrum, by the way, in her shoulder. So thoughts on that, guys? Let me know about that, guys. I'll just respond as well, buddy. That's all you got to know, guys. Also, know this, by the way, guys. Send here, the Andre Bell was seized in a highway shooting in Music City, by the way. That Mike knows out there, all his teammates out there, all from his there, guys. Another else, by the way, guys. Let's see here. Oh yeah, NBA news here. So he beat the Suns 127-121. You had the Rockets beat the Bulls 119-113. You had the Wolves, they defeated the Bucks 139-106. You had the Nuggets, they defeated the Pels 122-116. Thunder, they defeated the Spurs 119-98. Lakers, they defeated the Hawks 141-116. Peanut Pathetic Warriors, they defeated the Blazers 119-96, which they did, by the way, as well, by the way, guys. Also, hockey news here, by the way, the Cavs, they defeated the Canadians 3-2. You had the Bulls, they defeated the Pens 2-1. Brewers, they defeated the Red Wings 3-0. Blues defeated the Canes 3-0. You had the Blue Jays defeated the Flames 5-3. Mammoth, they defeated the Maple Leafs 6-1. The Preds, they defeated the Oilers 4-3. Ducks defeated the Stars 3-1. Jets defeated the Islanders 5-4. And the Sens, they defeated the Canucks 2-1. So all news you get for that, guys. Also, some college basketball this year, by the way, guys. UVA, they beat Louisville Cars 79-70. Kansas, they defeated ISU 84-63 in their win streak, by the way. UConn, they defeated Seton Hall 69-64. Bama defeated Mississippi State 97-82. Clemson, they defeated let's see here. They got a win, by the way, against BC 74-50. GMU, they defeated WC, by the way, guys, 82-74. UMass, they defeated They got a win, by the way, against WMU 85. I'm sorry, GMU, they beat LUC 82-74. UMass, they defeated WMU 85-82. Crane defeat G-Town in OT 86-83. Baylor beats Oklahoma State 94-79. MSU defeats Indy Hoosiers 81-60. Syracuse Orange, they defeat FSU 94-86. Nebraska, they beat Oregon 90-55, which you did, by the way. It's all dudes together for that, guys. Also, and then there's also some sad news here, by the way, guys, ladies and gents, that John Forte, who's a former Fuji's collaborator, he has been season 50, by the way, after he was found dead in his Shymark, Massachusetts home, by the way. My condolences go to his family members and his fans. Awful news. It's a horrific loss. Just really horrific scene there. So awful. He's a former Fuji's collaborator. So really sad news there, guys. He died at the milestone age of 50. Awful news there, guys. Also, this news, by the way, that Carver Sutherland, who was a protagonist of 24 and others out there, he was detained for tagging a rideshare driver and he's already out of jail, which he is, by the way. So thoughts about that. Also, this news, by the way, that so Jordan Addison is detained yet again for refusing to leave the Noodle Bar for trespassing. He was detained and charged for trespassing in Florida at the in Tampa at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel for refusing to leave the Noodle Bar in Tampa, Florida, by the way, guys. And he was detained on that. He was detained on a trespass charge. Yeah, the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, by the way, which is at 5223 Orient Road. He was down a $500 bond, by the way. Now Addison, this is the first time that Addison's been detained for. Addison was detained on a reckless driving charge. He was guilty, paying $686 fine. Lights got revoked for 6 months, by the way. Detained for DUI, by the way. He got 12 months probation. He paid $309 fine for that, and he also do numerous courses, by the way, that he had to do, by the way. So real not good drivers, by the way. All not good there for Jordan, which is not. So he's not doing so well at all. That's all I got to say to that, guys. So, guys, your thoughts a little bit about that rest of my well, that's all you got to know, guys. And also none of this, by the way, guys, some, let's see here. I want to say, by the way, shout out to Emily Watson, L. Cool J, Jason Bateman, Slick Rick, Lake Carl Weathers, Mackenzie Turner, Matt Riddle, Casey Canizero, Mackenzie Turner, Christina Valejas, Valeria Trent, Tanas Welch, Tanaslovich, Renea, Savannah, Brimer, and Layla Atil. Send them my brother wish tweets them, please should do. So that's all you got to know, Brian. That's all there's I can say on that, guys. That's everything you got to know. So that's all there's you got to say on that, guys, as well. So really awful news there. Really awful news there. That's all there's you got to know, buddy, on that as well. So really sad news there, guys. All right, ladies, that's going to do it right there for the Khalil Sports Live. Subscribe to the Khalil Sports Boy YouTube channel, Facebook page, my all minutes. Guys, where does your comments, your thoughts on Mikaela Shiffrin getting a 100% World Cup win and the 70th milestone slalom win at Flachau. She was the Queen of Flachau, by the way. That's a six win bet. Congrats her on that, by the way, yet again. Also, we those 6-man ladder match is going to be happening for things by the way, February 3rd, by the way, next month. Qualifiers next week, guys. Check that out. With us, Travis Kelce spending time in the Beverly Hills at a hot spot known as the Funk at Italian restaurant, by the way, guys, in Bev Hills. And they're going to be entering the wedding area, by the way, which they would be. That's all. This is the perfect time and place for that. 26 is a year for that. That's all they do is get for that. Also, there's a Chloe Kim being on set for the Winter Games after having to deal with a torn labrum in her shoulder. Thoughts about that, guys? She's good to go, by the way, for the Winter Games in Milanco team, which she is, by the way. Those Cavs getting wings, the Canadians 32. Thoughts about that, guys? Rest of well, bye. Don't need to get enough for that, guys. Also, guys, let's see here. Another news, yes. So once again, saying brother to Emily Watson, L. Cool J, Jason Bateman, Slick Rick, Lake Carl Weathers, to Mackenzie Turner, Matt Riddle, Casey Canizero, Christina Valejas, Valeria Tennis Levich, Emranea, Savannah Brimer, and Layla Atil. Send my brother which tweets to them. Please introduce. That's all you got to know about it. I'll be back for breaking news, trend times, live updates of my songs. A whole lot more than the clue that was sports report. And this related. There's you got nuts all this. Say, guys, take care, everybody. You guys have a good day. Enjoy yourselves, everybody. Be safe out there. Bye bye.